Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 21st tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about the if statement in PHP. And the if statement is a selection construct, and it's used to make decisions in programming, and it's one of the most important and used programming constructs. And it's important not just in PHP but in all programming languages. And syntax of if in PHP is similar to the syntax of if in most programming languages. And I have a file opened up in my text editor. It's called if.php, and on line number 6 in this file I have the opening PHP tag. On line number 17 I have the closing PHP tag, and I have some code in between. So what we're going to do in this program is we're going to have two variables, and both are going to be numeric variables, and then we're going to check whether the value of one is greater than the other or not. And if that is the case, then we're going to just display a message using echo on the screen, right? So as you can see on line number 7 I have created a variable and it's called x. I've given it the value 20. On line number 8 I have created another variable. This one's called y and it has the value 5. So we know now that 20 is greater than 5. So we need to find out a way in which we can display this on screen, that 20 is greater than 5. So we do this using the if statement, and you type in if, and then within parentheses you type a condition that you want to test. So in this case it's going to be whether $x, whether the first variable is greater than $y, the second variable. You just type in that condition within parentheses, and then you have to start what is called an if block, and you start that by getting your curly braces, right? So if you have just one statement, like I have just one statement between the opening and closing curly braces on lines 10 and 12 respectively, I've got just one statement on line number 11, then you can do without the curly braces. But I would suggest you guys to develop a habit of using curly braces even if you have just one statement, because this gives your code the right structure, and it's kind of easier to debug code. Again, that's how I think. Maybe you people will find it more convenient to not use curly braces if you've got just one line, but then very rarely it will happen that you would use the if statement and have just one statement in the if block, right? So anyway, you start your if block with the opening curly brace, and then you type in some code, and only if this condition, the test condition within parentheses, evaluates to true, this code will execute, right? If it evaluates to false, then if is PHP is just going to skip whatever code you have between the opening and closing curly braces. And to cover the other scenario, I have another if statement on line number 13, and this one checks the reverse condition. That is, it checks whether the second variable is greater than the first variable, or I have written the condition in this way that $x is less than $y. So here we are checking whether $x is greater than $y, and if that's not the case, then we also need to check whether it is less than $y, because that's not obvious, right? And even if it is obvious, we haven't checked out the else construct here, so we would have to do it with if. So anyway, I digress. You type in if, then the condition is within parentheses, just the way we did here on line number 9, and then the echo statement is slightly different this time. I have $x is less than $y instead of $x is greater than $y, right? I'll save this file and show you guys the output. Open my browser, type in localhost, and then if.php, press the enter key, and there we go. We see 20 is greater than 5. And if I would change the values of these two variables, let me make this 50 instead of 20. I'll save the file, and I press the enter key. I see 20 is less than 50, right? So both the cases are covered. Now what will happen if I give both the variables the same value? So let me change this to 20, right? I'll save the file and I'll refresh my browser to see that I don't get any message. So this is because we haven't informed PHP about what it's supposed to do in case both the variables have the same value. So you could have another if block here in which you could test whether the values are equal or not, and the test condition for that would be if $x is equal to $y, right? And if that would be the case, then you can have an echo statement and display the appropriate message that both the values are equal, right? So that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video, and in the next tutorial we'll probably talk about the if else statement, or just the else statement. And I hope you guys had fun watching this video, and you may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.